Desmond Howard, and welcome to College Football Ultimate Team. Here, you'll build the college program of your dreams from the ground up, with your favorite players of today and legends from the past. I'll guide you through the basics, but first, let's jump into a game.
Here we go. Two of the top four seeds who began this playoff journey have arrived at their championship moment. Each side earned a bye from a strong regular season. Each side won 2 playoff games to get here. Now, which side goes home with the ultimate trophy? Welcome to Las Vegas, where dreams and fortunes can be made, and the site of this year's national championship game. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's time to get this national championship game underway and crown a champion. Here we go at the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football. National championship at stake.
Texas.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Back to pass. It's Simpson. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down that way. second down. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Brought down after a short return at the 24. What a crucial takeaway.
Chris, that one cost him. He's just trying to get something started here early in the game, trying to take a chance, but it backfires. The defense in great position to come up with that interception.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Keeping it on the ground here. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
The Longhorns are in the red zone now. Here comes the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a 3rd and long from the 20-yard line. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
I love that big target on 3rd down. He's got great athletic ability, but it's his size that creates such a matchup advantage. When you get to 3rd down, just put it up in the air and let him come down with it.
Looking for a receiver. Running back has it on a screen now. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
I'll tell you what, man, this defensive speed is electric. Great job of running to the football. Nowhere to go at all after that play.
Touchdown, Texas. They draw first blood in this national title game. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. There would have been a big ask for the defense there.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Texas.
Return starts from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the cover. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Play action here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
With the catch, it's Adams. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a 1st down.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Ball handed off. 1st down, looking for more now. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up 1st downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
The backs got it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to to try to come up with that first down.
Running back grabs it on the screen. Now here he goes to make the tackle, but it's enough for a first down. Good call on this screen play.
Offense does a really nice job of timing up this screen pass, using the defense's aggression against them here, and the back's able to navigate his way for a first down.
The shotgun running play call. And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
And what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back end, nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Dropping back, it's Simpson. Caught over the middle, it's Horton. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
And looking to throw now on first down. Grab down the middle, it's Williams. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. First down from the 15.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
Snides with the throw. And the defense scrums. Not much of a gain on that completion.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
They look to throw it here on second down. He's got it near the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They begin to fight back here in this championship game. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Returner decides to fair catch this. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. That pass is hauled in over the middle. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Looking for some space. It's Simon. Defense will make the stop of what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
The first play of the drive now. They're set up at their 40. They'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job with this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Pass complete on a crosser. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
First down. Looking to throw the football.
Wide open downfield. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27.
You know, Chris, if we would have told Bear Bryant that Alabama would have a wide receiver that won a Heisman in recent years, I don't think he would have believed us. But that's where we are. They've been some great ones in the past. We're seeing some great-looking receivers on this unit right now.
And he'll just roll their way to avoid the sack. So second down after the incompletion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it.
Hit as he released it. Wide open downfield.
And wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Hey, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
That's a solid run, good for first down yardage. Looking to throw. It's Simpson.
Makes the catch. Can he get in?
Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's first and goal from the 2.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national...
And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Bama.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Turn starts inside the 15. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. Off the play fake on first down. Quick throw to the left side.
Oh, he makes the catch. They drag him down after a big game. All the way to the 38.
Boy, when you get a one-on-one opportunity, you got to cash in on it. This Texas receiver makes a great play to be able to come up with a big gain. This defense cannot just load up on the run game and the quarterback and leave these receivers one-on-one.
On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab behind the line, it's Clark. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. Offense getting set. Second down play here.
Yeah, Chris, not an ideal play here when you throw the football and you go the wrong direction.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to throw it on third and very long. It's a fly to the wideout. Cannot connect. Incomplete and down, fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Trying to find some room. It's Young. Nowhere to run up the middle. We've reached It's the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. Second down play coming up for this offense. Scanning the field. It's Simpson. That's reeled in. It's Williams. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to your receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
Ball handed off. Breaks a tackle into the clear. Here he goes. Tackle made after a big gain.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And we'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
He's in the clear. They make the tackle, but this offense now in scoring position. First down to the 32.
And that's what he likes to do. He knows he's a weapon out there, not just with his arm, but when he can pull it down on an option like this and pick up a big chunk of yards, it can leave any defense with their head spinning.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. Bought some time, now lets it go. Makes the grab. It's Meadows. And the defense brings it down.
Some really tight windows to throw into for this quarterback with the defense sitting back in zone. But he finds the curl route, and he shows you his arm strength by getting it in there.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackle, but forced down. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. On the move now. End zone ahead. Touchdown. Tied. This offense cannot be stopped. So the offense clicking after building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. And the single back takes the handoff.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
So 2nd and 7 and a 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protect. Breaks into the clear. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there.
Taking a shot deep down the right side. And he hauls it in to the 15, still going. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big gain. All of a sudden, that one explosive play has set the offense up inside the red zone. On the run, it's Clark. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. A timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Pass caught. Can he get in? Tackle after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It'll be broken up in the end zone. That's a great play.
If nobody's open, you can't risk the possession like this. Tossing it into coverage in the end zone, that's a good way to earn a spot on the bench.
So on fourth down, they won't go for it. Out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points before halftime. He knocks it through with confidence.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break.
Texas.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Before the snap, that'll cost him 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Took contact on the throw. It is intercepted. Brings into the open. They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Well, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. He was successful in his first attempt. This one, a chip shot from 25 yards out. Makes it look easy. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. They get the second half started with a running play. Able to pick up just a couple of yards. That's good run defense.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, holding just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got it probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Offense facing a third and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. To throw, it's Manning. Tight end makes the grab. They bring it down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Really job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. Longhorns begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Longhorns pick up enough for a first down here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. That is broken up and incomplete.
Chris, anytime a receiver runs around, he's looking to create separation for the quarterback to give him a nice target. That's always what you're going to see anytime you have a successful route. What we just saw here, complete opposite. They're lucky that ball was just knocked away.
Second down after the incompletion. Pass not complete. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking to chuck it again. Incomplete for a third straight play.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Here's the second down play. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Adams. They bring it down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. Just having one of those dream performances.
One down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage. That completion makes it second and medium. Shotgun, he hands it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Caught near the sticks, it's Porton. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Picks up the first, looking for more. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. First down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Takes the handoff. It's Young. Here he goes. They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards, and they stay ahead of the sticks.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. It's an out route. The catch made. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Point after makes it a 15-point game. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Back to throw. It's Manning. Grab made by the tight end. Breaks loose at the 45. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Longhorns. They were not going to catch him that time.
What an advantage and weapon for this offense to have a tight end that can get this open downfield. Really has both the physicality of a fullback and the downfield presence of a wide receiver. Such an advantage going against these undersized defenders, and he made that touchdown look easy.
The defense will spend their second time out here to make some adjustments. Now the offense will go for a two-point conversion. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And he catches it for the two-point conversion. So they're back within one score.
Chris, as you know, the windows are so tight down here, especially when you're throwing the ball this close to the goal line. And this quarterback was just simply dealing to thread that ball in there for two. Great throw.
Texas.
And here's the return from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they start the drive.
And the Alabama offense will take over. First and 10.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. Looking to throw. It's Simpson. Moves out of the pocket. Going to try to use his legs here. Oh, what a move. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
And here's the handoff. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 28, Texas 21.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And he drops back in the gun. He escapes the pocket. He's in the clear. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the move now. Escapes the pocket. Out of bounds after another big scramble. This guy's legs has been a major weapon for the offense today.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
It's Williams. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They make the tackle, but that's enough to set him up first down at the 15.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Chewing clock with the running game. Headed for the end zone. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good. A two-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. You'll call for the fair catch here. The first play of the drive now from the 25. To throw, it's Manning. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, the pass is picked off. Oh, he's bringing it back. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Bama. The defense comes up huge in this championship game. Listen to the crowd.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Extra point try coming now. Extra point up and good. A three-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll return it from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Looking to throw it on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Simon. Oh, he fought hard there. Broke the tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. It doesn't matter where it's coming from.
Breaks into the clear. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. That right there, that's what they've been looking for all game. mistakes and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
It's all down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. To throw, it's Manning. Oh, they've got him. A fourth down sack and a turnover on downs.
Well, they just had to go for this, Chris. Pretty obvious. Not much of a choice. Down late in a game like this, you got to be aggressive. You got to take a chance. This was clearly just not their day.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Here he goes. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
First down here for this offense. He'll hand it off. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
Man, I hate to sit up here and second guess the play caller, but why would you be throwing the football with the lead and we're under 3 minutes to go in the national championship? Now you give your opponent a real shot to get right back into the game. Yikes.
And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
We come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking downfield, it's Manning. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Yeah, this defense has done such a great job of disrupting the timing with his quarterback and his wide receivers. Sacked him multiple times, consistent pressure, just dominating performance.
This football incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
Going backwards to open up this drive after the loss, second down and 15. Here's the handoff. The tackle is made, and now it's official. We have our national champions. So the win streak continues, but this team